Right now, I'm going to be reviewing Halloween H20, 20 years later. Now, okay, you really can't blame me for skipping Halloween 3 because that has nothing to do with Michael Myers. But I'm reviewing Halloween H20 because, um, I think that the number that 1, 2, and H20 are the perfect Halloween trilogy. I mean, people often consider 4, 5, and 6 to be out of the original's timeline. I mean, 3 is an obvious one. I'm going to disregard number 3 for now. Yeah, the middle ones 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, they seem to ignore Laurie Strode, and this one right here, H20, ignores 4, 5, and 6, like then ignores Michael's niece, and it just goes back to basics. It goes back to numbers 1 and 2. And Jamie Lee Curtis is back, so yeah, why not to do H20? I will eventually do Halloween's 4, 5, and 6. I'm really dreading to do number 6 because I freaking hated that one. But yeah, right now I'll do the perfect trilogy of Halloween 1, 2, H20. So yeah, the movie takes place in 1998, 20 years after the first one. And in 1996, the horror genre was almost dead, and it was in desperate need of new life until Wes Craven did Scream. And that really breathed new life back into the genre. But there was a lot of copycats that came out at the time, like I Know What You Did Last Summer and Urban Legend. And you can even consider Halloween H2O to be one of those kind of copycat films. It really feels like you're on the set of Scream or even Dawson's Creek. It's a teeny bopper sort of film. It's one of those things that you would see maybe on MTV. But because we've grown so accustomed to seeing the evilness of Michael Myers in the previous 5 movies, we ultimately get more of a satisfaction seeing that it's like star power. I know that he's a serial killer, but sometimes serial killers, that very presence of them, that's star power, and that's cool. And also, Jamie Lee Curtis is back after a 17-year hiatus as Laurie Strode. She is awesome here. And in Halloween 2, we didn't really get her fighting back a whole lot like we did in Halloween 1 because she was in a major state of shock at the time. But this one right here, she totally kicks ass. I love Jamie Lee Curtis in this. So the movie deals with her in, like, she assumes a different identity, and it's been 20 years since the attacks of the first one. But she's still fearing that maybe Michael Myers is still out there possibly living as a hermit, ready to come back after her again. She has a son who's played by Josh Hartnett, and yeah, she's the head mistress at this prep school. And she's having all these crazy images of Michael coming back and ready to take her out. But Laurie is ready. She is ready to finally destroy the shape once and for all. And it is quite awesome when she battles back at the forces of evil. Yeah, Halloween 1 was great because it was such a game changer. This one right here, it isn't a game changer, but man, Laurie Strode, she's such a badass. She's like a Ellen Ripley. Like, how much of a badass Ellen Ripley is in Alien. Well, Laurie Strode's like that in this. She really turns up the notch and battles back at Michael Myers with such great intensity. And yeah, it is cheesy in some parts, and you have some comedic elements. Okay, LL Cool J is in this, and he is really cool to see, and Michelle Williams also. But you got to the like what is possibly the best ending in the entire slasher genre. Potential spoilers, where Laurie fights back and she destroys Michael Myers once and for all. Yeah, it's just a really fun movie. It's short. It's like not even an hour and a half long, but yeah, Laurie finally battling the forces of evil again. And there are some really frightening moments in this area that I enjoyed. It's not just a teeny bopper slasher flick. It's a movie that, if you're a real big fan of the first two Halloween movies, you'll really enjoy this one also. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think this is a very underrated film. I've got to give Halloween H20 3.5 stars. I know this may seem like a little bit much, but I love it.